People, hope you're all doing well. I hope this COVID is being kicked in the arse. Let's get to see the end of it. We're still in lockdown here in the UK. It's a nightmare. Everybody needs out now. But anyway, another little unboxing today. I managed to pick up a new cordless skill saw. Dewalt. As you know, I like my Dewalt stuff. Yeah, I bought this from a large chain of trade distributors of ironmongery and various fixings. Begins with S. I'm not going to advertise people's businesses on here. It's the Dewalt DCS391N. Oh, it is the brush version. It's not the brushless, it's the brushed version. I couldn't justify spending, I think it was 50 or 60 pound extra for the brushless. Yes, I'm going to use this quite often and quite a lot, but I have plenty of batteries here anyway, so I know I'm going to get less battery time with the brushed versus the brushless, but I couldn't justify that extra, I think it was £60. Yeah, let's unbox it and have a look. Not going to be a review yet, because I haven't used it for long enough to feel comfortable to do a review. But today we'll just have a look, take out the box, get the blade insert and see what you think. Stay tuned. Oakley dokley, there she is. DCS391N. This is the naked version, comes without battery or charger. Now yes, this is an older model and there are umpteen reviews out on ScrewTube. I will be doing a review in a few months time, but for now this is just the unboxing for you to see what you actually get, how big the item is. It's for the 18 volt lithium ion batteries, the XR battery system. Dust extractor 760 MWO, 5150 per minute. It's got a keyless blade change, which you'll see in a minute. 165mm blade, which gives you a 56mm cut, which is just over 2 inches. And you can single side bevel to 50 degrees. It's got a magnesium sole plate. There's the other side of the box. Now this, like all Dewalt tools, you can register to extend the warranty for 3 years, manufacturer's warranty, but again you have to do it within the first month of purchase. After that time it's null and void, which they don't tell you, so don't be caught out. Right, I'll stick you on a tripod. I got a knife ready, heat is on, and we'll get unboxing. Right, let's have a look, see what we got there. There we go. That's the inside. Can you see that? Yes, of course you can. That's the inside. We got obligatory instructions. Those are tucked inside then. We got our conformity sheet for here in the UK. We got our 3-year extended warranty, which you have to do within a month. Should have a quick startup guide usually. Yep. Just explaining the various parts. That's our paperwork. We've got a side fence, which we can use for setting different depths of cuts across our timber. We got our little Hoover adapter. Hope you can see this. Can you see this? Yes, you can. We got the screw. Ooh, look at that. we got Dewalt. So obviously that goes in there and that attaches so you can stuck your Uber on. So this lifts out of the box. Get rid of that. We still in the centre? Yes, we are. So look, oh yeah, folds out. There you are. That folds out. That's the body. Over there. And then your blade is packed in the bottom of the box. Now it doesn't say if this is a carbide tip or not. 165 by 20 and it's 1.7mm thick. I don't know if you can make that up on the blade. Let me have a look. See if we can make that out. It says 1.7mm is your kerf, the thickness that you're going to be cutting. It's 165mm diameter. SBD N max, and then this was produced in 2020. Like I say, it doesn't state it's a carbide tip, but I would expect it to be some form of tip. It's a 24 tooth, gives you a rotation direction. Let's have a look at putting them in. Right, there's your saw. That's it again compared to my hand, so you can see the size. It's not too bad. There's all your gubbins, 700 watt, 760 watt motor. Like I said, this is the brushed version, but I'm happy. Right, now your spindle lock is there. It's that black tab. You push and hold that down as you do in your dunk dunk. And the Allen key is in the handle. Now I like that. You've always got the Allen key to hand, yet it's tucked out of the way behind the battery slot. It's going to be stiff because it's new. So I can do this one-handed again. There she is. So that is for your blade change. And again, when you want to do your blade change, you've got to remember it's a left-hand thread, so it tightens as it spins. But you've got to, it can be a bit fiddly if you're new. You've got to push that lock lever down, and that will lock the spindle then. If I can do this, that will lock the spindle to allow you to loosen and tighten it. So you undo the spindle. Let's come down here where I can see. Right, so I'm going to try and do this one-handed, or as best I can for you to see in the camera. So I've loosened the spindle nut, the chuck nut, whatever you want to call it. So take that all the way out. Remembering it's a left-hand thread, so instead of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, it's loosey. Lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. That'll confuse you now. You'll work it out, because it'll only go one way or the other. So take your nut out, and then one collet. The other collet will come out, but you don't take that out, you leave that in. That's the spacer collet away from your guard. Now cleverly they put an arrow to show you the direction of cut, have they? Yeah. Jump. So your blade goes in the same direction. See the arrows? I turn that around. The arrows go in the same direction. So, to insert the blade, pull your guard back and hold him with your thumb. Slip the blade up inside and hook him over that bush. See, they've got square shoulders. That has square shoulders, so drop that over till it locates in. like that. Your nut. Remembering now that, again, you've got to go the opposite way to what you think is right. Wind him in till you can do him hand tight. Like that. And then, if you remember, we got our thumb lock that we need to depress by there. Let's see if I can do this like that for you. So I'm depressing that thumb lock at the back with my finger. And then you haven't got to crank on here like a monkey, but just make sure he's nipped up nice and tight. That's it. And then Allen key goes back in the Allen key holder. I like that. That's a good idea. And that's your blade inserted. So I'll grab a battery. We'll plug a battery in. I got plenty of these 4 amp batteries that I use. That again just goes in to the battery slot like normal till it clicks. Now to run the saw, you have to press, if you pull the trigger, nothing will happen. You have to depress that little button. Can you see it? I'm keeping my fingers away from the blade. That has to be pressed forward. It can be done on either side, whether you're right or left handed. That's a trigger lock. You can't depress the trigger and start the machine unless you depress that first. My fingers out the way. Now it has electronic brakes. See how quick the blade stops? So again, that's a good feature that it's got electronic brake. It's instant stop. Never put your hands anywhere near the sole plate or the blade. I know you know that, dull people. Right, so that's full depth. That will cut 58mm. If you want to change the depth, on the other side of the body, you have this toggle. Flip him up to loosen him. And then you pick the back of the saw up whilst holding the sole plate. As you can see, that's going to hire the blade then from 0. Let me take the battery out just to be safe. From 0 depth right through to 58. And obviously you could even do, if you have the riving knife up held with your thumb, you can do plunge cuts. So that's your depth. It has got markings at the back, but you can't see them really. You've got to look through the handle. I don't particularly like that idea, but there you are. And then to lock, tab back over. Again, don't go monkey wrenching on it. It's only thumb tight. Loosen him, set your height, thumb lock. It's locked, it ain't going nowhere. It's a magnesium base, magnesium alloy base. To do your bevels, simple again. You've got a thumb screw on the front. You've got your degree of angle stamped down. I don't know how accurate this is yet, but you've got a little pointer at the end of the arm. You've got a little pointer there that'll tell you the degrees. So again, it's a case of loosening. And then tipping your saw to the angle you can see there. That's using like a pointer. So basically you're pushing the saw over from the sole plate. This will go right over to 50 degrees. Most will be done at 45 for miters, but you can go that little bit extra if you want to do some scribing work. And then obviously set at 90. I will be checking this with a square to make sure that it is dead 90. Tightening back up then once you set it the way you want, and you're good to go. You've got a rip fence with a little thumb screw. again, you put that through the slots in the body. It's hard to do this behind the camera as well. So if I put that through like that, that will allow you to set that to whatever depth out from the blade you want to cut repetitive cuts for ripping work. And then finally you've got your dust port, which I'm looking for where she goes. Gotta be down in there then. Oh, I dropped the screw. Yeah, so it's gotta be... Am I being stupid? Normally they should throw at the back. Let me have a look on that one, people. I'll yeah, normally they have a dust throw at the back. Unless, yeah, because the only threaded in so that I can see is down in there. Yeah, I'll have a quick look at the instructions on that one and I'll get back to you now. Right, I've conferred with the instructions, and basically the dust extractor goes there, which sits behind the blade guard. I'm a little bit confused by that because you have to drop the sole plate right down to fix him in. He fixes in behind the guard, but if you look at the rotation of the blade is rotating. There's no battery in there, so I'm okay. Blade is rotating that way, so it's throwing the dust that way, but the dust extraction is not just at the back, but is shielded by the guard. That's where the dust port is, and it's a tiny port. I can't see that being very effective. But also it covers the depth gauge. Remember our depth gauge that we had to look through the handle to find anyway? Well, that now is completely obscured. I personally would have preferred something coming off here, off the top of the crown shield to throw the dust. But there we are, we'll give him a try. We'll see how it works. You tighten that back up. Yeah, there she is. Like I said, this isn't a review. This is just, this is what you get, this is what it's like, this is the size. There you are, people. Again, for the warranty, the extended warranty, the codes you need are stamped up in there. They're hard to see. So what I do is I take a picture with my phone and then zoom in. But there you are. We'll give him some use. Give it a few months, come back and we'll do a review. Thanks for watching, people. Stay safe.